Hi, Dave here from One Up Gaming. Quick intro. If you want this Evercade cartridge, please subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and leave a comment on any video on our YouTube channel. Just say Evercade. This is the Interplay Collection 2, so you get Claymates, Earthworm Jim 2, Clay Fighter 2, Prehistoric Man, Rad Gravity, and the Brainings. Yeah, that's all you need to do. Thank you. On with the show.
Hello, Andy. This is Colin. I won't be able to get in tonight. I'm sweating like a pig. 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 I'm sweating like a...
Hi, David here, One Up Gaming, episode 320 of the One Up Gaming podcast. What we're going to do. Please visit the website oneupgaming.co.uk. My Xbox Series X has gone on the brink. It's broke. It turns on, but there's no picture on the screen. So basically I've had to report it to the Microsoft teamy thing, and they're gonna send out a courier to pick it up and get it fixed, hopefully. It's still within the warranty, so it should all be sort of free. I'll keep you all updated on how long this is going to take. So today, when I'm recording this, is the first day it's happened. So is that the is it the 12th? I think it's the 12th today. So let's keep an eye on how things go. So as always, we're sponsored by Games Inspired Music. It's an album. It's available on Spotify, it's available on iTunes, it's available on Amazon. Just search it, buy it. 20% of each sale will go to the Child's Play charity, which is great for them, great for us. Hopefully we can pass them a little bit of money to them all. So, if people weren't aware, this is the first full week where my father passed. It was like Thursday morning last week, so I'd already recorded the podcast. So yeah, it's... Oh no, it wasn't, no. Oh jeez. Where's this time going? It was a week before, wasn't it? Oh, I tell you what, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing anymore. I'll be going back to work on this Saturday. Hopefully my car will be fixed, as that's had to be taken to be repaired. The car they sent me as a car to use, I got an email the day after saying, do not use it, it's not safe. And that's just sat outside now with a flat tyre because it's just knackered. So I don't know what the hell's going on. I really don't know. I thought if you spend this kind of money on a car, it should run. But obviously my ideas and other people's ideas are completely wrong. You know, it's just weird. I don't understand it. So we'll go into this week's what we've been playing. And because again, it's the month of Halloween, it's October, a lot of the games are horror based sort of style games. So first game that we've been playing this week, Sanity of Morris. And I'd never heard of this game ever before. I think it was on the Xbox Game Pass. Downloaded it, had a quick go on it, and the gameplay itself isn't the best, but the story really dragged me into the world. I really enjoyed it. I love these games where your character sort of like is a little bit weirdly mentally prepared for things, and he's seeing visions and hallucinations, and you don't know what's real, what's not real. It's like in the Batman Arkham Asylum game, Batman Arkham Asylum I think it was, where you were fighting I've completely forgotten his name, the guy with the mask on his head. I was going to say Sandman, but it's not, is it? It's Scarecrow. There we go. When he's fighting Scarecrow, things happen in the background. You just don't know what the hell's going on, what's real and what's not. So imagine this game. It's a budget, first-person action adventure sort of game where you have to try and work out why your dad called you in, why people are trying to attack you, why things are happening. It's all set in like the dark, the night, and things sort of like all weirdly happen. It's really good. I'd recommend it. I was really blown away by how good the story of the game was.
Yes, my boy, it's me. You did great and followed my big plan. I've got a way out of here and an answer to everything. Son, I'm proud of you. Always have been.
So changing pace a little bit. The next game that we played was Zombies Ate My Neighbours. And I believe that was the name of the game over in America. And maybe other regions as well. But over in the UK, for us, we were allowed to use the phrase "ate my neighbours." So the game was just called Zombies. Exactly the same game, but it was just called Zombies in the UK. This is like a top-down, isometric sort of shooter game. So imagine a twin-stick shooter before twin-stick shooters. So I guess Robotron mixed with Smash TV, but instead of it being set in an arena, it's now set in a neighbourhood with other houses you can go into, all top down, sprite based shooter, but you sort of have to collect like people from the neighbourhood, so neighbours, babies, people in the pool, people sat taking selfies, all that kind of thing. You walk over them, get points, kill the zombies as you're walking past. It's not a bad little game. It's not great, but for a game that's, oh god, it must be 20-year-old. Is it 20-year-old? Yeah, it'd be about 20-year-old. Anyway, the next game that I've been playing is the 360 or the Xbox One version of Zombie U. And when they launched it on the Xbox and the PS4, I think it was, they just changed it to Zombie, just with like the I without the E at the end. It's weird. But it's still a really good game. It's, you basically start off in a little undergroundy bunker where there's a voice of a guy telling you what to do and how to survive. You have to go out. It's like a survival horror, so it's like a survival based game, and if you do get killed, you then get respawned as someone completely different and you do the whole thing again. If you find your original body, then you can go through your backpack and take all the stuff that you had collected at that time. It's a real novel idea. It looks great, it plays well, and it's not a bad little game, and I think it is really cheap. So that was Zombie there. Next game that I played was Killing Time, and this was on the Panasonic 3DO. And this was at a time when first-person shooter games were not really on consoles, so give it a bit of a break. The game doesn't play well, it's very clunky, but it mixes live-action video within the game world. So as you're walking through something, you'll trigger a video, you can rotate your view and watch the video as it plays out. And the styling of it, everything looks really nice for the time. Very pixelated now, but for the time it looked really good. The gameplay, unfortunately, is absolutely horrendous nowadays. But I guess that's just what the games were like back then. Other games that I've been playing was a game called Last Beat Extended. And this is a very simple, clean looking action brawler. So a side-scrolling brawler. It looks like an 8-bit sort of game, very minimal graphics, but it's very sharp, it's very clear, it's fast, smooth, fluid, plays really well. I love the idea of these games that aren't too detailed, that can keep the speed up. So I think a lot of the modern sort of games, they've gone for more detail and they've reduced the speed, and once it gets a bit slow, it gets a bit boring. So when these games are fast, fluid, it's so much more fun, and you can actually play the game. It's got a punch button, jump button, an action button, you know, it's just good. It's a great little game. We'll have a review up soon. Next game that I played was called Dead Exit, and this one is it's a card battling game kind of thing, and I don't do card games. I did not understand this game at all, couldn't understand what to do, didn't like it. Trailer's up now, I'll let them talk about it, but I just did not get into this game at all.
Regardless of how you proceed, the road is filled with danger and misfortune. Ultimately, the only thing that really matters is getting cards into your stockpile by the end of the game. Will you work with others to survive, or will you betray them at the last minute and escape alone? Good luck.
Next two games that I played was The Evil Within and The Evil Within 2. So I'll play the trailers. So the first game, you're a cop, you go into a mansion, your partners get killed, and you get kidnapped, and you wake up upside down, and you have to escape, and you have to go through trying to solve the puzzles, like the original Resident Evil sort of games, kind of. And it's good, it's a real nice little game. The second one, I mean, I might be getting it wrong because I played a lot of horror games in the last few weeks, but the second one, I believe, you're the same guy. The police come for you 10 years later or whatever it is, and they ask you to come back in to rescue, I can't remember if it was your daughter or someone else's daughter or something. And when you get there, it's like it's a virtual world that you have to get plugged into, and it was amazing. I love these games where things aren't quite what they seem. I think we've talked about this with the Sanity of Morris earlier on. And I just love this sort of game. The game itself looked amazing, played well, story's great. I mean, what more do you need?
I was working for them the whole time. You took me under your wing, trained me, trusted me, and in return, I betrayed you. I'm sorry, but you just don't say no to them. Mobius needs you now, and if you accept our offer, you'll get something in return. This isn't going to be easy, but long before we met, you lost your daughter, Lily. I know you'll find this hard to believe, but she's still alive. We staged her death. We used her mind to create another STEM system, and now she's trapped inside it. Lily needs you. This is your chance to save her, to get back what you lost. But in order to do that, you're gonna need to go back into STEM. Again.
I had a quick go at Trifox, and this is a very simple, and I mean simple, third third person, 3D platform sort of game, but it's got more of a shooter element to it. So it's like a jump, shoot, and RPG. So it looks kind of like a full 3D Zelda top-downy sort of view, but it's a platformer with the shooter elements in. It's weird. I didn't quite get into it, but I've only done the first level. Unfortunately, I won't be able to play anymore because my Xbox is knackered. So the review might have to take a week or two, depending on how long the Xbox takes. So I can't really talk much more about that. And got a couple of reviews up on the website and on the YouTube channel. First one, you suck at parking. So imagine a 3D Micro Machines top down, very simple, very sparse sort of graphics. But instead of it being like a race track, it's like a parking lot or like a little outbacky bit. And it's like you have to get from the start around the little level to the parking space and park as quickly as possible and stop, and that is the game. I loved it. I really did like it. The physics were really good. It was fun. It was like pick up and play. It was like, oh, I'll have one more go, I'll have one more go. So in that way, it was very much like Trials. If anyone knows that way, you think, oh, I can just get a little bit faster, I can get a little bit faster. And it was great. I loved it. So look at the review, see what you think. And the next review was called Rick Henderson. And this one is a very simple 2D side-scrolling shooter in the vein of R-Type. And it nicks the elements from Radiant Silvergun. So you have all your weapons at all times. Different face buttons does different weapons. And it's your job to work out which weapon to use on which enemy to keep the scores going. And I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It might not look great, but it's a nice little game and I really enjoyed it. So as always, we have the Evercade series every Monday. We have the Star Trek Online every Tuesday. We have the Worst Games Ever on a Wednesday. And we have the Ridge Racer 6 series on a Thursday. And the podcast every Friday. Now, some of these series might take a few weeks off because, as I say, my Xbox. Try that again. Because my Xbox is broke, I have to send it off, get that repaired, and that might take a week or two for that. It might take longer than a week or two. It might take a month for that to come back. And once that's back, we'll get back into the series. So that's what we've been playing this week. So we'll have a quick break and come back with this week's news. So, me, David, episode 320 of the One Up Gaming Podcast. Thank you. Back after this break. Hi, David here, One Up Gaming. Gonna have a quick go through this week's news, and it's episode 320 of the One Up Gaming Podcast. So, just get my screen all set up as I scratch my neck. Wow, feels good. Yeah. So, first of all, the first bit of news I've got, I loved the original, not the original Dune, but I like that one as well, but the Dune movie from a couple of years ago, I think it was. It looked amazing. I loved the art style, the animation, the FX, everything. And so basically the next Dune chapter is coming a little bit earlier. The Dune sequel will be eating the release date of a recently vacated Marvel movie. It will arrive a few weeks earlier. So it's announced earlier today that Marvel will pause Blade as it searches for a new director, removing the vampire movie from its November 2023 release date. Now Dune Part 2 will be jumping in to take its place. Sequel will be released on November the 3rd, 2023 instead of the original date of the November the 17th. It's a 2-week jump for the sequel. Already began filming. New cast members like Austin Butler, don't know who that is. Florence Pugh, I don't know who that is. Christopher Walken, I've heard of him. Sequel exclusively in theatres and will not be released on HBO Max unlike the first one. Yeah, so that is the news for the Dune movie sequel. I loved the original Dune. I thought it was a really good little movie. So the next bit of news that I have, it looks as though, keeping with that sort of news, that the movie has been delayed. It looks as though Avengers: Secret Wars, Deadpool, and the Fantastic Four have all been delayed. As they've all been delayed because the work on Blade has been halted. Disney confirmed rash of new dates following posts that work has been paused. Here's a full list. Chevalier, April 27th, no idea what that is. A Haunting in Venice, no idea what that is. Blade, so that's gone to September the 6th, 2024. It was November the 3rd, 2023. Bloody, that's nearly a year, isn't it? Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. The untitled Deadpool movie. So that's now November 8th, 2024. So it's only a few months delayed, that one. It's not too bad. Fantastic Four is now February 2025. Bloody hell. All these dates and stuff, it's just so far ahead. Avengers: Secret Wars, it's May the 1st, 2026. Jesus. An untitled Marvel movie 2 removed from the schedule, but it was May the 1st, 2026. I like the way they were both May the 1st. I think they were just placeholders, to be honest. I don't know what's going on with Marvel. I don't think they know what's going on, really. Anyway, that is that. So the next bit of news that we're talking about here is, bearing in mind, I'm a 80s, early 90s kid, and so for me, I'm so happy that Ryan Reynolds, his studio, is making a John Candy documentary, and I loved John Candy. I thought he was amazing. I mean, like I say, it's Planes, Trains and Automobiles I never quite got into, but Uncle Buck, that was amazing. Amazing. And I also loved the actual Cool Running. I think that was a good movie. So yeah, it's Spaceballs, that was good. Yeah. So anyway, great guy, great actor, and hopefully we'll get a great documentary. The next bit of news that I have got is, it looks as though Sony paid $3.5 million to put Ark Survival Evolved onto the PlayStation Plus. So Sony paid $3.5 million to put it on PlayStation Plus for 1 month, and Microsoft paid $2.5 million to put it on Xbox Game Pass for 6 months. I tell you what, this is going crazy. It's just crazy. I just don't understand how anyone can be making all this sort of money. Microsoft also paid $2.3 million to guarantee that Ark 2 would be featured on Xbox Game Pass for 3 years after its release next year. I don't know. I don't know. It's just getting so expensive. All this stuff, so expensive. Oh, my throat is really sore today. I don't know why. Been ill, not badly ill, just a little bit ill. Anyway, Xbox game clouding is coming to Meta Quest. Meta and Microsoft announced during the 2022 Meta Connect conference the Meta Quest 2 is getting Xbox Cloud gaming integration in the future, allowing users to stream Xbox games to the headset. Blah 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 blah. So it's just like what you got with the anyone plays like any of the PlayStation VR stuff, where you could like go into like your own personal movie theater. I guess that's what this will do. It'll be as if you're just watching the game on a flat screen, which I understand. It's just getting the Xbox Cloud service onto as many platforms as Microsoft can, and it's great. It's a great thing to do. I mean, like I say, I'll stop that there. It's what you need to do. You know, if you're doing this sort of service, you need it on as many devices as possible and as easy to do as possible. And the last bit of news that I've got today is, unfortunately, Angela Lansbury, who it said starred in The Beauty and the Beast. I wouldn't be able to tell you if she was a voice or she was a person in that one. But I know her from Murder, She Wrote. I used to go to my grandma's house when I was a kid, and every time you'd be there, Murder, She Wrote would be on, and even as a kid, I actually enjoyed it. So basically, so she had a 74-year career. Unfortunately, she's passed away at the age of 96. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. Also, she was Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast. So I guess she was just a pot of some sort. But anyway, it's just a shame that a lot of these people that I knew as growing up as a kid, they're all slowly dying off. Which makes sense because I'm getting old now. And you know, what are we going to do now? What are we going to do? So God bless with her. So next up, we have the all formats top 40. So number 40, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, WWE 2K22, Minecraft Dungeons, 35, F1 Manager 2022, Mario Strikers Battle League Football, Far Cry 6, Red Dead Redemption 2, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Lego Harry Potter Collection at 30, Stray, F1 22, Super Mario Odyssey, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, FIFA 22 at 25, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, The Last of Us Part 1, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Sonic Colors Ultimate, Saints Row at 20, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, The Legend of Heroes Tales from Zero, no idea, Mario Party Superstars, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Gran Turismo 7 at 15, NBA 2K23, Pokemon Shining Pearl, Valkyrie Elysium, never heard of that one either, Call of Duty Vanguard, Pokemon Legends Arceus at 10, Animal Crossing New Horizons at 9, Grand Theft Auto 5 at 8, Minecraft at 7, Horizon Forbidden West at 6, Nintendo Switch Sports at 5, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at 4, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga at 3, Splatoon 3 at 2, and new in at number 1, FIFA 23, and that is thanks to Games Press and the GFK Entertainment Software Chat, all formats. So thank you for that. And I think that will do. So yeah, please visit our website, oneupgaming.co.uk. We're on Patreon, so it's patreon.com/OUG. All these t-shirts that you see me wearing every now and again, t-shirts, jumpers, tote bags, Go onto our website, oneupgaming.co.uk, top right hand corner, online store, and there's a lot of choices of colours, options, and everything. Please follow us on Facebook, just search One Up Gaming. I think it's facebook.com/oneupgaming. Subscribe to us on YouTube, so it's just search One Up Gaming. It's this sort of logo with the red bit with a white background. That's what we're doing. 1,200 subscribers now, I think. It's always nice to get more. We're on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/OUGofficial. And if you want to send us any messages on Twitter, subscribe to us, follow us on Twitter, and send them to @OUGofficial. And if you have any questions directly to us, it's contact@oneupgaming.co.uk. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please follow, subscribe, tweet, share, like, all that sort of stuff, even the little bell icon if you can be bothered. And if you're listening to this on a podcast, subscribe to us and leave a positive feedback. It really helps when people are searching for podcasts. You can buy this, which is the first 100 One Up Gaming podcasts. And it's from audiobooksontape.com. And £1 of each sale will go to the child. No, we'll go to Diabetes UK, as it says Diabetes UK on the front. And we also have the Evercade cartridge, the Interplay Collection 2, Claymates, Earthworm Jim 2, Clay Fighter 2, Prehistoric Man, Rad Gravity, and the Brainings. If you want that, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and any video, just like it, leave a comment just saying Evercade. I'll go through all these once we get to a certain number. At the minute, I don't know if we've had any. So I don't know if anyone watches it past this point. I might do the first link right beginning at the start of it. But anyway, it's been me, David, One Up Gaming, episode 320 of the One Up Gaming podcast. Thank you. Goodbye.
Go baby, go baby, I love you, said I love you, never put nothing above you, won't let go once I can hug you on the floor. They hate because you let them know that you the ish. Now they hating not because you at the club and proving it, and so they choosing it too late cause now they using it. Can't wait from how you doing it, I know that they pursuing it. You will kindly tell them now my baby's here to watch me go, and for him I put on a show. You just blessed to be here, so my baby goes on, her body rolls on. I tell her hold on, we making love with clothes on, been on it so long. I think we gotta go. Get my grown man on. You know that I love you, so just go, baby, go now. Go now, baby, go now. Go now, baby, go now. Baby, go now. Just go, baby, go now. Go now. I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. Say I love when you go for me. 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 Say I love when you go for me.
I tell my baby go, but she's not even going though. It's the trust I have in her. Feelings what do say to her. Yeah, I'm feeling kinda slick. I'm loving how I swim in it. No, I'm not taming her. The only one engraving it. Signed and still right from her lips. You need to know that she's my miss. Treat her like a treasure though. I never wanna let her go. I keep her right in front of me. My heart she will forever be. I do this so she'll never see. Life with me no misery. You deserve the world, my queen. Yeah, I'm back down on one knee. A boy to a man that you have seen. No matter who's wrong, it's you and me. I'm coming for you, baby, so we can stay happy. I'm trying to work so hard for you and me. Go, baby, go now. Go, baby, go. Baby, go. Go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go. Baby, go. Ha. Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. Baby, go now. Just go, baby, go now. I love when you go for me. Go for me. I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. Say I love when you go for me. When you go for me. Girl, you go for me. I love when you go for me. Say I love when you go for me. Say my baby's so bad, she can get it so glad that she loves me, know that. I'm a hubby so sad, say you looking so mad. Oh, you didn't know
know that. Next time you should check the ring. I know that one's a throwback. I know you see her flashing it, especially when she gets it long. Rubbing on and grabbing it. I tell my girl, go ahead and go. Baby, go now. Baby, go now. Go, baby, go now. Baby, go now. Go, baby, go now. Baby, go now. I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. I love when you go for me. Say I love when you go for me. 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 Say I love when you go for me. Yo, go baby, go. Just go, baby, go now. Yeah, LGE. Sign in contact, get it.
We got it.
Go, baby, go.
We got it.
Go, baby, go.
We got it.
Thank you. We're trying to get everybody on to it.